Elon Musk. The fall of Elon Musk, as I predicted on my show earlier this year, late last year, I said Musk ain't gonna make it to the summer, man. He and Trump's egos will not get along. He's gonna piss too many people off. He's a socially awkward weirdo that's been surviving on the government titty his whole life, and he's a welfare queen, and he's an autistic, alleged autistic. I don't know if he's truly autistic or not, but it looks like it. He looks like basically an autistic welfare queen from the government, and his bullshit won't last for long. And true to form, true to the time we originally said it was gonna happen, it happened. Elon Musk is quietly walking away from government with his tail between his legs. He's walking away in disgrace. And why do I say he's walking away in disgrace? Tesla's down $71 billion. His personal worth is down. Twitter's down. Everything that he touches has gone to shit. And it just took what? We're now 5 months in, but it took what, 3 months? It really to the first day when he did the Hail Hitler and the Nazi salute that he's trying to go around telling us we didn't see. So in today's show, we're gonna break down. I'm gonna jump into how much he's received in government subsidies, what's been going on. I'm gonna pay a couple news shows I was watching because we want to always keep abreast as to what's going on in the national news, in the world news. That all matters, Um, our black world is still affected by what goes on in the national, so you must always keep your eye on what's going on in the world around you. You know what I mean? It's just that with me, I don't stay there. When I first started this channel back in 2020, I spent a lot more time on politics, and I pulled back because it's a. Before we get all the way started, I just want to make sure we put that out there in the consciousness that what happens in politics matters and don't matter at the same time. It's a both end situation. You want to be aware to the world that's going on around you. You want to make sure you know what's going on in this world that we're in, but at the same time, you don't want to be so overly consumed with the world that it messes up your deal. Ain't nothing that's going out there can personally stop you. But when you look at the trends out there, you can see where the tides are. That's like saying, it's like when you watch the news, it's like knowing the time of day. You know what I mean? You want to know when it's 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Either time is cool, but what you're going to be doing depending on the time depends on what's available at that time. So when you talk about the world news, when you pull up like my cards and you talk about what was going on in the cards, it's just a weather report. That's all it is. Well, oftentimes what happens is you get coons that be like, man, there ain't nothing stopping me from being successful. No one's saying anybody's stopping you, stupid. What we saying is when we look at what's going on in the world, at 3 p.m., I can do different things than I can do at 3 a.m. Nothing's stopping me from going to Target, but at 3 a.m., I can't go to Target because it's not open. But it's other things I could be doing. That's why we talk about world news and we talk about what's going on and the cause and effect. So you understand how to deal with what's in front of you, not making excuses for what it is. With that being said, welcome chat room. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being here. So let's break down what's going on with Elon Musty ass Musk. He ain't shit. Start off by saying that. And I'm happy to see him go humbled and disgraced. Thank God. Get out of here. So let's go on to play some videos. I'm gonna play some videos of Musty. It's funny him and Bill Gates going back at it. It's funny as hell. But I want you to see this news report.
It's working, but we can do better.
These two white ladies, I've had it podcast. I've never seen this before. These seem like two liberal white ladies. Salute to them. You know, but I want y'all to. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. But I want y'all to hear what they had, what's going on with Elon, and then we gonna break this all the way down. 1.25.
Better. Pumps, I want to show you what a whipped puppy looks like.
Back.
Okay, so here he is, you know, facing the consequences of the aftermath of a ketamine spiral. Twitter renames it. It's just been evolved technologically like other cars have. So here he is facing consequences.
Well, it looks like that's about
been fired. But here's the same interview, and this is where he just completely brand damage and his stock tumbling.
Here it is.
Candidate that's up for sale.
Well, I think he puts that caveat in there, unless I need to.
I don't know what's going on with that buffering, but we back. I stopped the video. I saw it buffering. I got to call my cable company. I don't know what the fuck going on. We on the landline like a motherfucker. But here we go. I stopped it. Here we go. Y'all didn't miss nothing. I stopped it. This is where I want y'all to be anyway. Make sure you refresh your browser. If it's if your video crip walking on you, make sure that you refresh your browser. If it look like I'm doing if it look like I'm over here doing a tick, then refresh your browser. All right, but listen to this.
Spiraling.
Installing because I'm not black.
Well, it looks like that's about, well, those rules around those rules for you.
I'm gonna start playing these videos. This shit was doing this shit yesterday when I was doing a Fat Joe interview. Every time I play the video, I don't know what the fuck going on. When I play these videos, man, because I want to talk about what's going on. It's a couple things I want to expose on him, but this bum shit hate on me when I play these videos. So I'm not gonna play the video. I'm just gonna refresh your browser. For those of you watching later,
it's a new chapter in the long-running feud between two billionaires, Elon Musk.
On the replay, it's all gonna be good. So if you refresh your browser, I'm just gonna explain this shit to you. I'm not gonna play it. So, and on the replay, you guys are good. But the live shit is tripping for y'all. For y'all watching the replay, this live is tripping right now. Every time I play the fucking video. But it's okay. It's okay. I want to make sure that you guys know also that Dr. Randy Short, we're going to be on Patreon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. Dr. Randy Short is going to be on. We're going to go deeper on some of these topics. But I'm not going to play any more video again because this shit's tripping. But basically, Elon Musk is going on rants. He's talking like he went on a rant talking about what's going on in South Africa because South Africa wasn't allowing him to put up his Starlink, you know, trying to play that racism game. And that's what Elon Musk has been doing since he's been in office, really the last 2 years, is playing up on the race. And he broke the rule. The same rule I've told you guys about plenty of times. Wealth is silent. The oligarchs are silent. He's been way too loud. He's been doing way too much and is bringing undue attention to what he does. And so I want you guys, first off, we're going to break down how Elon Musk got built up, and then we're going to see the losses that he's taking right now. The same Elon Musk that want to give Nazi salutes, the same Elon Musk that wants to cry racism. Let's look into how Elon Musk was built up. Let's look at this. These are just some of the major subsidies that he's got. In 2009, the Department of Energy gave him $450 million loan that helped really push Tesla manufacturing. Remember this, people. When it comes to your folks like Anton Daniels and all these people saying black folks need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, if you pay attention, there's not one single rich, wealthy, or even middle-class group in America that got there on their own. Every group, from the middle class to the high class to the elite to the oligarchs, they all got there with government handouts, with government help. Everybody. So don't let these clowns go around and try to pin racism on something that happened back in slavery. There's some shit going on in 2025. Government control, it's like a spigot of water. The government decides, they're the ones that control of who gets the hot water, who gets the cold water, who gets a mixed water, and who gets no water. That's why it's called government. It governs the flow of money. So Elon Musk has been a government handout thot. He's a welfare queen. 2009, 465 million. And that's the what I'm looking at here is not even mentioning. That's why you can't just go. That's why you can't just look at ChatGPT on its own. You got to have your own knowledge. They're not even mentioning things like PayPal. One of my friends, who's the LA County Sheriff, he told me back like in 2005, 5, that the sheriff used like this skip tracing tracking device that was given to them by Elon Musk and that they use for PayPal. He's been in bed with the government long before 2009. Then he got the 7,500 EV tax credit, which then made it to where people who bought he got $465 million from the government. Then the government turned around and gave a tax credit to every person that bought one of his cars. So he gets money, and the people buying his cars get money. That's how the government is used to build wealth. Mind you, at this time, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are the richest people on earth at the time. He's somewhere back living in his office, Elon Musk. Then they got the zero emissions vehicle credit. It says during 2024, The Guardian reports that 43% of Tesla's net income came from those credits. 43%. State and local. Nevada awarded Tesla a $1.3 billion incentive package for the Gigafactory. Texas provided approximately $50 million in tax incentives. New York sent Tesla over $750 million to build a solar factory in Buffalo. So when people like Elon Musk have a business idea, there are open pockets to fund it. How many of y'all would do great if every time you had an idea, there was somebody with $1 billion saying, here you go? Now, does it sound like he's so great, or is he somebody that's surviving on government handouts? Nobody, no class of people get there without the government's help. You cannot name one. Every group, whether you're talking about white America and the Homestead Act of the 1800s, or if you're talking about urban renewal of the 1960s and 70s, when you're talking about them creating suburbs for them and jobs and programs and creating universities to educate them for the jobs. And your black ass ancestors got nothing. And then those are the same people who talk about you for being in the ghetto. You didn't get a government handout. They did. Let's go to SpaceX. SpaceX has been awarded nearly $15 billion from NASA for various missions. They shut down NASA and gave SpaceX over $15 billion. Then it says the Department of Defense secured contracts worth billions. The national security missions. It don't even tell you. I'm on the Department of the Defense. I'm trying to look here to see how much he got from government contracts when it comes to satellite launches. And let's go on top of that, satellite launches. Let me pull this article up because I read this article about 3 years ago. Vandenberg Air Force. Let me see if I can find the article. Let me see if I can find that. Because it was an article I read about 2 years ago. Well, anyway, I can't find the article because it's an older article, and I don't want to spend all day looking for it. Basically, Vandenberg Air Force Base, I used to go there a lot when I was a kid because my mom used to work and work for one of those aeronautics companies, and they used to do government. They used to do a whole bunch of launches from Vandenberg Air Force Base. But out of Vandenberg Air Force Base, you're only supposed to do, I think it's something like 10 launches a year. Elon Musk be doing like 40, 50 launches a year out of Vandenberg. He be doing like 40, 50 launches a year. Just ignoring the government policy. I mean, just gets to like no fines, no arrests, no nothing. The dude just gets to like go triple, quadruple past what the law allows because he's never had to adhere to government policy. Here it is, Vandenberg Air Force Base. I used to be out here. That used to be fun when I was a kid. My mom would take me. I'm talking about when I was like in 8th grade, 7th grade. My mom's job. She was over a lot of them GPS satellites back in the 90s. So we used to take a bus out here when they would launch GPS satellites back in the 90s. We used to take a bus out here. You can't really see from here. But this is Vandenberg Air Force Base. And now it's the space base. And what's his name? Elon Musk has been abusing that privilege. It says FCC subsidies. The FCC, in order for him to launch his Starlink, has so far given him $900 million. So you know there's going to cross $1 billion pretty soon. He's got $900 million in FCC subsidies. Meanwhile, when black people complain that they took our radio stations when they allowed the Federal Communications Act of 1996 to happen, that allowed major corporations to infiltrate local markets, and those major corporations basically out money the small locally owned radio stations. You know, they didn't get the advertisements. They didn't get the money. And the money's what got them out. But you'll listen to these coon niggas, they'll be like, it's your black fault. No, it takes money for this shit to operate. And Elon Musk will not be able to launch his Starlink satellites without these government subsidies. Let's go to Solar City. $750 million for the city of Buffalo in New York. When he wanted to build a Solar City, a manufacturing plant up there, they gave him almost $1 billion, $750 million to build his manufacturing facility. Can you imagine if you said, okay, I want to create a t-shirt factory. I have the newest, best material that I found. I got my grandmother's knitting routine. All I need is this equipment and a factory. What if the government said how much you need? And you said, okay, give me $2 million, and they say, no, here's 10. What would you do with that money? In all, it says here that in total government support, Elon Musk has received nearly $40 billion in government funding over the last 2 decades, encompassing loans, grants, contracts, tax credits, and things like that. 40 billion off the government titty. We are looking at one of the biggest welfare queens in American history. I'm just pointing this out because they'll tell you, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. While these people get people to tie their bootstraps. Elon Musk got one person to tie his left shoe, another person to tie his right shoe. And they'll tell you, and he's already running the Doge, the Department of the Government Efficiency, trying to take shit from people. So that's how he was built up. Now let's see how he's coming down. Do y'all know that Elon Musk is facing, and this all came out last month, a $252 billion lawsuit from Dogecoin. He literally named a department in government after a coin that he endorsed. It says here, originally launched as a parody of crypto speculation, Dogecoin has since become the kind of a speculative asset it was meant to mock, largely due to Elon Musk's influence. His social media activity and public endorsements have played a central role in the ongoing role in shaping Doge's trajectory. It says here, and it goes in talking about the genesis of the coin, and y'all can go ahead and let me copy. I just put this article in the chat. Y'all can read through it. But in this article, it's talking about how while he was in his official capacity, he was pumping a fluff coin. He was basically scamming. So while we like to get on our Nigerian and Ghanaian African brothers and sisters on being scammers, well, here's a South African scammer right here. It ain't just the black Africans I see. I see it's not just the black Africans. It's the white ones too. Over 40% of Dogecoin millionaires wiped out since Elon Musk began Doge. So right now, because of his allegedly unethical playing in different worlds as a government official and as a citizen, he's currently faced with a $258 billion pyramid scheme. Now, the shit was filed back in 2022, before that he got there. But what's bringing this back to light is the fact that he named an extension of the government after the coin that he basically flaunted as something that's real. So this is something that we are going to keep an eye on when it comes to the Dogecoin thing. Next up, the Department of Government Efficiency is talking about how, let's take for instance the FAA. He came in going at the FAA, and now today it was announced that flights out of Newark, New Jersey, are going to they're supposed to be able to handle 40. I think the numbers is 40 or 50 incoming and outgoing flights per hour. They're now being reduced to 28, less than 28 flights an hour. It's either down from 40 or 50. Don't quote me. It's one of those two, 40 or 50 flights an hour. But I do know the new number that is down to is 28 flights an hour. Because he wanted to cut FAA staff. The FAA has been, the FAA has been behind since 1988, when Reagan slashed a lot of them off. They've been having employee shortages since '88. They just in the last 6 years started to catch up. Just in the last 6 years, and then he did that. And soon after he did that, we saw that plane crash when a helicopter ran into the airplane in Washington, D.C. He's cutting a bunch of government jobs. So perception-wise, he doesn't have the same perception he once had amongst common people. The other thing that got people going against him is his Nazi salute that he still to this day keeps trying to defend, that we all know was a Nazi salute. And then when you go to Tesla, Tesla is down 71% just since the beginning of the year. The profit's down 71%. It's saying the stock value has decreased with a 44% decline this year, according to Business Insider. Wow. Axios is who reported the 71% net income drop. Twitter valuation. The Twitter valuation is down 79% from Musk's original purchase price. $79%. $79%. So, and then now this month, Elon Musk is going to all the way officially step away from the Department of Government Efficiency. So Elon Musk is going down. He done hurt his company. He done hurt his stockholders. And he's about to get the fuck up out of here. Quiet, with his tail tucked between his legs. See, that's what happens. That's why the wealthy shut up. The wealthy generally know, man, I'm not about to talk about my political views. I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be doing that. Let me just shut up and make my money. Elon Musk didn't know that lesson. Now he's about to pay for it. And we're going to go further in on this on Patreon in 2 hours. And at 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock, it may be, I may push it back to 6:30. It's either going to be at the top of the hour or at the bottom of the hour. It's going to be either 6 Eastern or 6:30 Eastern. I'm going to call Dr. Short when I'm done with this show to make sure that he's good, but I might give him an extra 30 minutes. So sometime between 3 and 3:30 on the West, 6 and 6:30 on the East. Well, if you're on Patreon, you'll get the notification. Shit. Sign up for Patreon. The live interview lounge will get it first. If you are on the tier on Patreon of asking questions, submit your questions. I have a group chat in Patreon for the people who are in the live interview lounge questions tier. You got to submit your questions on that tier, okay? That way I'll get Dr. Show will answer your questions for those of you who are on that tier. Live interview lounge and up. We're going to catch it live. The other tiers, you guys will get the video as soon as the live is over with, all right? And YouTube, y'all ain't getting shit. YouTube be fucking with now. My members on YouTube, y'all, you guys are gonna get, you members are gonna get the video. But the people on YouTube be tripping too much when I interview Dr. Mandy Short. They don't like us. They don't like us. So make sure y'all check that out. But with that being said, I also want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is doing something. I got to give him a little bit of credit. Donald Trump is trying a different style. He's been very innovative right now with all of these terrorists and shit like that. Donald Trump, again, I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of any politician. And I don't want Donald Trump to cut Section 8. I run too many buildings. I got a lot of Section 8 tenants. I don't want to see my Section 8 tenants on the streets. And I've never been on Section 8, but goddamn it, I for sure profit from Section 8. So I don't want Trump touching that. But with that being said, a lot of these companies are coming to the table in this trade war. He just put that extension on for China for 90 days. He's and he also announced yesterday that there's a $26 billion investment in the Golden Dome. The Golden Dome, for those of you who don't know, is a missile defense system. And for me personally, that touches home because I was in college. My first debate in college was on whether or not the United States should invest in missile defense. And the argument against it was the technology isn't there for the United States to invest so much in the missile defense system. I had that debate in college 25 years ago. 24 years ago. No, it was 2001. 24 years ago, I had that debate in college over missile defense. Because this was like right after 9/11 had happened. And now the motherfucker look like he putting it up there. He said when Trump first said Space Force, I was like, who the fuck is this cluck? What the fuck is a Space Force? I was saying that shit too back in 2016, 2017. Like, this dude's gone insane. Now, the Space Force is going to be there, the ones in control of this Golden Dome. So that's very interesting. That's very, very, very interesting if you ask me. So it's just, for me, if you ask me, it's something that we should all look out for. It's something that we should look out for. So those are some other things going on in the government. Now the phone line is open. I'm sitting like, why y'all fighting in the chat? And why the fuck are y'all talking about Tariq Nasheed in the chat? We over here talking about Elon Musk and goddamn Donald Trump. Focus. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, Space Force do sound like some comic book shit. Well, anyway, the phone line is open. 323-744-7425. I want to know what y'all think about what's going on with the fall of Elon Musk. Donald Trump, it looks like he's thriving. Joe Biden, and that's nothing. Joe Biden, they say, got ass cancer, prostate cancer. And what I'm reading is there's some reports saying that they knew that he had it going back as far as 2022. And with them knowing that he had it going back in 2022, why didn't they groom another person other than Kamala Harris to take his seat? What's going on? With that being said, let me see here. I want to make sure y'all go to my foundation is getting ready to is in the opening up, bamfamilytree.org. But also y'all need y'all go to DewanB.com. DewanB.com is Black Music Month. It's coming up. Those of you who are on my email list and who've bought from me in the past, you guys get the coupon discount code. And make sure you get your Juneteenth flag. Get it before, if you order it now, you will have it before Juneteenth. We got our Juneteenth t-shirts. We got our Black Music Month t-shirts. You can get all of this right now at DewanB.com/shop. Also, only for Black Music Month, I am doing a limited edition. I've never done this before. And for the people who emailed me yesterday, I got 2 emails I got to respond to. I got a lot of emails yesterday, so make sure you get your order in now. Make sure you get. I have a lot of people that respond to me. I'm doing just for Black Music Month. I'm doing signed Black American Music Family Tree in both the canvas and the poster. In both the canvas and the poster, we are doing signed, but you got to email me for the signed one. And I'll do it on the hanger also. But these are the poster paper ones. I'm doing so. Email me info@DewanB.com if you want a signed version of the Black American Music Family Tree. I'm only doing this for Black Music Month this year. I'm not going to be signing a whole bunch of goddamn posters. I'm busy as shit. But I will do it for Black Music Month. So, but for that, you're going to have to email me info@DewanB.com. You dig? But Elon Musk, is he going to still be a billionaire? Of course. Elon Musk, he got too much money to go broke. The dude ain't going to go broke. And I think that, especially with him working for the government and being able to get to those computers, I'm sure he got some of his employees to get all the data he needs from all of us citizens. Because one thing about that Doge stuff, a lot of his young 20-some-odd-year-old employees were able to get to sensitive information both at the IRS, at the Department of Justice, at the CIA, FBI. He's gotten his people in a lot of those places. So there's no telling what those people did, what they done did to hack into these systems. It's no telling. I'm not saying they did it or not. I don't know. But what I am saying is he's too incestuously tied to the United States, to South Africa, and also to China. Remember, Elon Musk is the first person that China allowed to do business with without having a Chinese person own part of the company. He's the first. So Elon Musk, he's not going anywhere no time soon. I want to make that very clear. He's not about to fall off the face of the planet. You know? He's not about to go anywhere. But his influence is leaving, and it's leaving fast. Let me try a video one more time, because I did see this. This was a funny back and forth between Elon Musk and Bill Gates. Let me see if this computer don't be tripping this time, and let's see if we can play this without it.
Elon Musk and Bill Gates.
Yeah, here's my app.
I know you've said that already. I wondered,
Also,
and I'm just.
Who does Bill Gates think he is to make comments about the welfare of children, given that he frequented Jeffrey Epstein?
Okay, well, He said he regrets those, and he's.
Tonight, a woman who disappeared last year is breaking her silence. Hannah Kobayashi, a Hawaiian native reported missing in November, says she traveled to Mexico unknowingly, sparking a nationwide search. Kobayashi returned to the U.S. in December and has recently opened up about her disappearance and personal struggles. In a series of posts, she.
What's up, Carl? What's your name? Where you coming from?
Hey, what's going on? I'm Al from Springfield, Missouri. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, my brother. What's on your mind?
Yeah, about Elon Musk. His influence, his influence is starting to go down right now, brother. Especially what's getting ready to happen to Twitter when he bought it. I mean, Twitter was fine, until he bought it and everything else. He saw he was going to have free speech, but basically, he let all these racist, white supremacists just run amok, and while kicking out a lot of black folks out of Twitter. I recently got kicked out of Twitter for good and everything else. And what's getting ready to happen is that Blue Skies get ready to take over. Many of his former employees from Twitter are going over to Blue Sky and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would not be surprised by the end of this year, he may end up might sell it again, and Blue Sky acquires Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
So that's why go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. It's people are leaving, and also like Twitter got its start being celebrity driven. It was like we were all on there, but it was always the news. Oh, look at what Kate Upton just tweeted. The news be quoting celebrities. And so people got on Twitter. So Twitter's like the first place you could actually reach out and touch your favorite celebrity. Not literally, but figuratively. And he pissed those people off. And now you got people, like they said, you got Nazi accounts with blue checks. Fucking idiot.
Yeah. And he's kicking out, he's kicking a lot of black influencer out too.
Yeah.
And basically, and protecting them too. So, I got kicked out and everything else. I don't know if I'm going to go back to Twitter anyway. So I'm on Blue Sky, and what's getting ready to happen, if either Blue Sky is going to acquire Twitter because some of like I said, the people are leaving Twitter and helping Blue Sky, or, just ends up being gone for good. And plus, with this situation with the South African thing, I mean, I saw it today. I mean, it was embarrassing. I'm not a fan of the president of Cyril Ramaphosa because he's kind of becoming like some of these bootleg leaders here in the United States. But shoot. The fact that these white guys, are just that were behind Cyril Ramaphosa and contradicting, Elon Musk. Elon Musk was just I just saw his face, and he just didn't. He was just stone faced.
He was, man. You're right about that, man.
Really,
but thanks for giving us a call, my brother.
You're welcome, brother.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah, Elon was stone faced, and I'm happy to see it. All right, it looks like the internet's running good again. So I want y'all to look at this right here. This is him talking about stepping back from Doge. That's a stupid ass name, by the way. Come on, motherfucker.
Tonight, Elon Musk is steering away from politics and government.
Take over, Elijah!
Signaling his days of handing out big checks on the campaign trail are over.
In terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
The world's richest.
Talking about Tesla, obviously, takes me to a certain pros and cons.
Musk also defending this.
Yeah, this shit tripping. Yeah. Yeah, this shit tripping. This shit buffering too much when I play. When I do that. That shit buffering way too much when I play. But you guys get it. You guys go and watch the video. This is buffering. I'm gonna have to call, goddamn. I'm literally looking at my Wi-Fi right here. And this shit connected directly to my goddamn landline on my computer. I don't know what the fuck going on. Anyway. Yeah, refresh your browser. I really want to talk about that. I really want to talk about this beef that Elon Musk is having with Bill Gates. But I can't play it. It's funny as hell watching these white boys go at it. And I want to instigate. Whatever. Of course, there's solar flares. I don't know what the fuck going on. But you got people on the same side of the fence are going to be going at each other. Starts here, y'all. Get your readings and also get your reports at Break. For you, hit me up. BreakthroughCards.com. So you can see what your year going to be like. And Book Now will take you right here. And from here, this shit moving slow than a motherfucker. You can get your readings. You could also, under products, get your life report, your financial report, relation report. And under more, you could also get packages. You can get a reading and a report. You know, you can bundle up all your reports. You can bundle up all your reports. You get 3, 4, or 5. Each report is about 45, 50 pages long. All right? And also email me if you want a signed copy of the American Family Tree, because I'm doing the signed copies because I'm raising funds. This summer, I'm working on it. Hopefully by Friday, I'll have it ready to go. But I'm doing a summer school, and I'm doing it targeted towards high school and middle school and elementary age children on music 4-week course. Once a week, 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. I haven't decided yet. But for your kids while they're out on summer vacation, I designed a music course for the children, teaching them music history, the history of the instruments, and the history of some of the greats that made those instruments popular, so that they can get a good foundation of the history of our music. You know, what is jazz, how to get into jazz, because jazz is something that it's a different listening ear than popular music. And if you only have a listening ear for pop music, you don't have an ear for jazz. But jazz is and I know it's called Black American music. I use jazz, that's the operative term. I understand that our legends never like the term. I'm not a big fan of it either, but that is the all-encompassing term that makes us all understand what sound that we're talking about. And so we're going to teach them how to use jazz to relax and calm their mind down before a test. You know what I mean? So that's going to be starting in the end of June. But I'm going to have signups, registration starting hopefully by the time I go live on Friday. Hopefully I'll have everything set up by then to start the registration. And we'll have an early bird registration. And that's going to be for your kids. And it's going to be for all kids. If you can't afford, hit me up anyway. I want this program to be available for any kid who wants it. And I'm going to have it. Of course, it's going to be paid. And if you don't have any children, you can always hit me up and send a scholarship to pay for somebody else's kid. Because I want as many kids as possible to learn this history and this lesson about our music. So that's going to be coming up, all right? All right. That's why I see this. See, we always talk about these white folks. Why these white folks warring with each other publicly? Let you know what's going on, right? But I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Patreon in 2 hours. It's going to be me and Dr. Randy Short. Dr. Short's going to go deeper into these topics. And the whole, Dr. Short's going to touch on Diddy topic. We're not going to spend too much time talking about Diddy, but we will talk about it. And if you're on the questions level, make sure that you submit your question in the group chat, all right? Thank y'all again for listening. Patreon link is in the description. And remember, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect message is for those willing to pick up the game. We out.